Becker, 15353 75th Street. Yes, I do live on Highway 50. I've lived on Highway, my parents and my family bought the Highway 50 property shortly after World War II, when it was just a little 2-lane road. And yes, I understand how nasty Highway 50 is. Trust me, we picked up many body parts from accidents. I've been born, bred, and raised a Bristol resident for the majority of my life. I was an assistant general leader with the Strivers, an assistant countywide leader with the Rocketry Project, and I've been teaching Hunter Ed for the Wisconsin DNR for over 25 years. I was also on the Bristol School Board, serving 7 years on multiple committees. Also ended up being the deputy clerk, vice president, and president of the school board. I'm greatly in favor of a casino. I think of all the direct jobs at the facility along with the ancillary jobs that will need to be created in order to support it. I also think of all the associated tax revenue that will come in from the casino, restaurant, hotels, anything that's going to be built with it or built around it. $15 million plus all that revenue, my goodness, that can only be a good thing for Bristol and the residents in Kenosha County as a whole. People sometimes have a tendency to think, well, I need to look at my little part of the world. You can't, you need to look bigger. When I drive down 52nd Street and I see that great big empty lot where the dog track was in the first casino, which was twice approved by referendum, how it should have been, I get so disappointed and sad thinking about the lost chances. Well, what could have been. Instead, there's nothing there. Let's not make that mistake twice. If you don't want a casino, that's your prerogative. That's fine. Don't go. But don't interfere with mine and other personal choices and freedoms. Give me my choice, you can have yours. Just keep your choice away from me.
My name is Diana Brenner. I live at 8133 195th Avenue. And I came to Bristol when it was a town, and I'm one of that helped root on the village of Bristol. So they won't take any more land from us. Yes, do we need money? Yes, but does it come at it as a price tag of morals and values? Because this is going to bring more crime in. The board of Bristol does have the say, because if you don't sign it, yes, the sale can't go through. And like he says, he could sell to somebody else and they can sell. But yeah, and I agree that everyone has to speak to the state and get after them of putting their foot down and bringing a casino in, because it's going to bring nothing but gangs, crimes, violence, and that we need to take care of we the people of the village of Bristol and keep it family oriented and not bring that in, because it will. I already see the difference what's happening on 50 and 94 now. I mean, I can't even get out of my car without somebody from somewhere asking for money, and I've been threatened, and I just, we don't need it. We don't need it. And if you guys could do something that's more positive and with money and selling the land to somebody that will do something good by it, I appreciate it. Not a casino, and we need your votes too, to the state and the county. Thank you.
Nancy, actual longest other section.
If you would tell us your name and address.
It's Kim Rickert, 13930 Wilmot Road. So I'm going to jump right into it. We already know it is a casino. That being said, my concern is not necessarily the casino itself, but rather the human trafficking business casinos attract. How do I know this is going to be a problem? Well, the National Indian Gaming Commission has human trafficking resources listed on their website. Per an article in the Gaming News found at casinoconnection.com dated July 14, 2022, the American Gaming Association has formed an anti-human trafficking task force with a resource guide titled Preventing and Combating Human Trafficking in the Gaming Industry. In May 2020, Kenosha Unified published an article for their students titled Authorities Warn Teens Kenosha Remains Hotspot for Human Trafficking. I'm sharing with you a 2019 article titled The Plague of Human Trafficking in Vegas by Jessica Kane. On page 2, you'll see a highlighted section. 400 social workers have received special training to assist victims of sex trafficking. Are you aware Kenosha has one social worker with that training? Her name is Julie Ortiz. How many are we going to need once that casino is up and running? So yes, it will be a problem.
Well,
This right here, I'll submit your comments through our clerk for record.
Sheriff Beth had addressed that. We got that going on right now, up and down the corridor. The hotels
Is he allowed to talk?
and that, okay. Sorry, but I'm just addressing the truth. Beth is aware of all that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Please give us your name and address.
Bob LePage, 8157 214th Avenue, Bristol, Wisconsin. I'm in favor of the board selling the property. I see this as two elements. First of all, we own a piece of property that is not in the village. It resides in the city of Kenosha. And I know there's a lot of rumors around that there'll eventually be a casino, and that may well be. But that matter lies with the city of Kenosha, the county of Kenosha, and the state of Wisconsin. That is not a matter before the Bristol Board. Our matter is simply, do we sell this land that we've had in our inventory for a long period of time? Perhaps some of the money that we get as a result of this sale will go towards developing a community center south of Hanson's Park that has been on the drawing board for more than 5 years. So once again, I ask the board to consider the matter before you, which is for the residents of Bristol. Those that are not in favor of a casino can take it up with the city, the county, and the state, where the matter properly belongs. Thank you.
All right. Actions on with regard to this option agreement.
I'll entertain a motion to vote on purchasing, on approving or disapproving the option, sale of this property.
You have a motion for the CDA then. Are, Mr. Thompson, you making the motion or are you entertaining a motion?
Entertaining a motion.
Okay, anybody from the CDA wish to offer a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve
That needs a second.
I'll second.
Okay. With that in mind, as I mentioned early in the meeting, we're going to do roll call votes, which means, Mr. Thompson, you'll call on each member of the CDA to get their vote on this matter. Your motion is to approve the agreement.
Okay, ask for a vote.
Yes.
Yep. Yes. And I vote yes.
And I'll vote yes.
All right. So the CDA has voted on a 4-0 vote to approve the option agreement. Next, we'll talk to the village board and ask if there is a motion from the village board on the option agreement.
I'll make a motion
I'll second it. And your motion is?
to approve the sale,
Okay.
or approve the option.
So can I make one last comment real quick? I want to,
No. No.
I want to
No.
bless you
No.
guys as far as.
The answer is no.
Okay. I'm gonna say yes.
You have a motion from trustee Kordecki, is that correct? And a second by trustee Leaker to approve the option agreements. Any last questions from the village board? All right, it's a matter for a roll call vote. Trustee Leaker? Aye. Trustee Edwards?
Aye.
Trustee Kordecki?
Aye.
Trustee McCabe? Aye. And President votes aye. All right, that is it for our action tonight. CDA, we need a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Aye. Motion from the village board to adjourn. Moved by trustee Edwards.